Hi everyone, let's see how for loops work in JavaScript. Imagine you have a task, let's say printing something to the console 5 times. Now without for loops, you'd be stuck writing out each step one by one. Let's say I want to display numbers from 1 to 5. Without a for loop, I would have to write the console log statement 5 times, like this. If I run the code, I can see my numbers here. This is where for loops come to help us out. So here is the basic structure of a for loop. It starts with for. This is the magic word that signals the beginning of our loop. Next, in parentheses, we write let I equals 1. I is less than or equal to 5 and I plus plus. This is like setting up a counter. It says start with I as 1, keep going until I is 5 or less, and increase I by 1 each time. Inside these curly braces, you put the action you want to repeat, in our case, console log I. Here, it's like saying print the current value of I. So in simple terms, this loop is saying start with 1, keep going until you reach 5, and tell me each number along the way. Let's run the code and we'll see all our numbers here. Great! Now let's go through and see what happens with I at each iteration of the loop. On the first iteration, the loop checks if I, which is 1, is less than or equal to 5. Since this is true, it enters the loop. The code inside the loop console log I is executed, logging the value of I, which is 1. The iteration statement I++ is executed, incrementing I to 2. On the second iteration, the loop goes back to the condition I less than or equal to 5. Since I is now 2, is still true, so it enters the loop again. Console log I prints the current value of I, which is 2, then I is incremented to 3. This process continues until I becomes 6. On the 6th iteration, the condition I less than or equal to 5 is no longer true, so the loop exits. So, to sum it up, at each iteration I starts with its current value, performs the specified code, in this case logging to the console, increments itself and then repeats or exits based on the condition. It's a handy tool when you want to do something repeatedly without writing the same code over and over. If you want to see more videos like this, please click subscribe, and you can also find us on Udemy.